Hello. In this presentation, we will be sharing with you the procedures and processes for our middle and high school choice process, as well as giving general information for families about the process. By the end of this session, families will understand the process for choice, recognize the academic and career programming that's available at our various choice sites, and come to know what resources are available to families to help navigate the choice process. First, I would like to start off by talking about our middle school choice process. This process is for our fifth graders transitioning to sixth grade. In our district, about half of our students do not have a zone middle school. So we encourage those students to participate in the middle school choice process to select their middle school that they would like to attend. Some of our fifth graders have a zone middle school or are at a school with sixth grade. These students can participate in the middle school choice process as well. For our high school choice process, these are for our eighth graders transitioning to ninth grade. It is important that all of our eighth graders participate in the high school choice process, as we do not have zone high schools in Baltimore City. First, let's start with some updates to choice for the 21-22 school year. We have added a few more middle school options to our middle school choice portfolio for families to choose through the middle school choice process. There's also a digital version of the guide for families to access. Our traditional CTE sites, which are our career and technical education programs, Carver, Edmondson, and Mervo, will no longer have an entrance criteria for placement at those schools. Additionally, when filling out your choice application, as we will talk about later in this presentation, there will be a CTE interest survey embedded in the application that we are asking families to take part in. Our choice fair will be held virtually this year and will launch December 4th. We also, for our high schools with entrance criteria, we will only be using one composite score formula, and I will talk about those a little bit later in this presentation. Lastly, we know that COVID-19 has had a huge impact on our families as well as our staff and students. And so, in keeping in mind our commitment to equity as families navigate these difficult times, we as a district have decided not to include attendance and standardized test scores as part of our traditional calculation of composite scores. And again, I will talk about that later on in this presentation. First, I want to talk about the factors that go into making a school selection. The first and foremost, most important thing that we want families to consider when making a school selection is the academic and career programming offered at our various schools. We also want you to take into account the extracurricular activities, your friends and families, and their views of our schools and their experience with our schools, those schools with entrance qualification, as well as where the school is located. We don't want students taking 3 and 4 buses to get to one school. So it's very important that you think about the location of your school before you make your choice selections. Our schools, through the choice process, offer a variety of programming. At the middle school level, we have our advanced academics and ingenuity project programs available to students. And at the high school level, we have programs such as JROTC, schools where you can earn college credits, and most of our high schools have what are called career and technical education programs where students can receive certification in a variety of trades such as healthcare, automotive repair, the culinary arts, and many more. When we talk about our middle school choice programs, these are all the schools that are the different types of schools that students can and families can choose from. We have our traditional K-8 schools. We have charter schools available to families. We also have traditional middle schools and advanced academic honors programming that families can choose from. At the high school level, students can choose from different charter schools, our different traditional middle, high, and high schools. We have a program called P-TECH where students can earn a high school diploma and a associate's degree, as well as the different CTE programs I talked about earlier in this presentation. We also have what are called entrance criteria schools. Those are schools that require certain grades and test scores in order to attend. For our high schools, our entrance criteria schools would be Poly, City, Dunbar, and Western, as they are commonly known. And at our middle school level, we have advanced academic programming at our various sites, such as Waverly, Roland Park, Cross Country, Mount Royal, and Francis Scott Key. As stated earlier, you need a certain composite score in order to attend those schools. The composite score is calculated using grades, a test score information, and attendance information. However, we know that with the impact of COVID on our students, again, testing and attendance will not be taken into account in calculating a student's composite scores. In this slide, you see the various formulas used to calculate the composite scores. You can speak to your school's choice liaison or watch our presentation on how composite scores are calculated to learn more information about these formulas and about our schools that require a composite score. In order to apply for our middle and high school choice schools, you will need to submit an application. We will have a traditional paper application for families that might have difficulty accessing the application online, but I will go through in this presentation accessing the online application. But just know that a paper application will be available through your school's choice liaison or at central office for you to access. On that application, you will list your child's 5 schools, and as well as any CTE programs that your child might be interested in taking part in. For the online application, we are encouraging families to complete the choice application via Campus Portal. You can access Campus Portal through the City Schools website at baltimorecityschools.org/campus portal. There you will enter in your parent username and your password. You will select the link for online choice application. You will select the student for which you are submitting a choice application for. And then there will be a drop-down menu where you can select up to 5 choices for your child. Once you've made your selections, you will hit save and you're done. You can find out your child's composite score and more information on Campus Portal through your child's choice liaison at their school. Speaking of which, who can help you navigate the choice process. Every school has someone called a choice liaison. The job of the choice liaison is to help counsel and advise you as you navigate through the choice process. Here are just a few questions you might want to ask your choice liaison. What is your child's composite score? When are applications due? And what do you think would be a good fit for my child in terms of different school options? When participating in choice, it's never too early to start thinking about this process. We want families to start as early as third grade to start thinking about participation in our middle school choice process and understand that fourth grade weighs heavily when considering the calculation of the composite score for advanced academics. Additionally, when students are in middle school, it's important to know that seventh grade is an important year as it relates to the calculation of composite scores as well. And those grades, fourth grade and seventh grade, weigh heavily in the calculation. Lastly, I just want to make you aware of some of our upcoming dates as we navigate through the choice process. December 4th, our choice fair launches virtually, and December 8th through December 17th, we will have high school and middle school articulation sessions where families and students can interact with school leaders at the various choice sites and learn more about the schools virtually. On January 22nd, the choice applications will be due. And again, you can either submit your application online through Campus Portal, or you can submit a paper application to your school's choice liaison or at central office. Lastly, once all the applications have been turned in, our office will send out decision letters to families beginning in March so that you know which school your child has been assigned to. You will also be able to view those assignments in Campus Portal. If you have questions or comments about our middle and high school choice process, please don't hesitate to contact the Staff Associate Dominic Bivens at dbivens@bcps.k12.md.us. Or you can contact the Director of Enrollment Choice and Transfer, Brandon Tillman, at bltillman@bcps.k12.md.us. Thank you.